What's the most embarrassing thing you've done in public? Accidentally farted at my grandma's funeral. In complete silence. Knowing her, she probably would have burst out laughing.
Miss you, Grandma.
Just after I started a 2-hour drive home, I ripped a fart that turned out to be liquid. Less than a minute later, my low fuel warning light came on. Only gas station in miles was self-serve, was quite busy, and didn't have pay at pump. Many people saw my shit-stained khakis. I waved back at someone. They weren't waving at me. I basically high-fived the air, loudly crying face. Once I start crying, it takes a lot for me to stop. I don't usually cry to most things, anything's really, so when I do, it's just the floodgates are opened, and that's that. Happens at bars from time to time. On a first date with this super cute girl. Went to go pick her up at her place. Walked right into a sliding glass door and got a bloody nose. In front of her. Waved back at someone who wasn't waving at me. Made full committed eye contact. Raised my hand. Did the whole thing. Watched their face as they walked past me to hug the person directly behind me. Stood there with my hand in the air like I was answering a question nobody asked. Still think about it at 3 a.m. I loudly cheered for game-winning goal for the wrong team at a hockey game and got lambasted by the people around me. Too much beer, too much walking around the arena, and I just got confused about sides. Sad face. My around 1 or 2 people embarrassing stories are way better. Walked into a glass door at a restaurant holding my takeout.
Whole patio saw it.
Handed out scratch guards to strangers on the street in a manic episode. Also chanted Hare Krishna. Bipolar is horrible. I shaved once and cut myself, so I put on bits of toilet paper, forgot, and got the bus to work. I was wondering why people were staring at me until I got to the office and realized. Many a thing, but recently I was on a run and in the zone, bopping to music, not realizing I was loudly singing Beyoncé in a residential area, and I noticed some dude in his driveway looking at me LMAO. I immediately stopped and went from a jog to a sprint out of the area. I farted loudly in front of my crush when I was in middle school. 20 years later, I still feel a rush of shame at the look of pity on her face, LOL. Oh God, this one still makes me cringe and laugh at the same time whenever it pops into my head. A couple of years ago, I was staying at this little Airbnb in a quiet residential area, one of those places with a shared courtyard and neighbors who actually talk to each other. I'd been home all day, doing my usual thing, completely naked, just vibing, making some coffee, scrolling on my phone, the usual. I stepped out onto the small balcony for a second to grab my towel that I'd left drying there. I shit my pants and pretended I didn't when I was little loudly crying face. Ripped ass louder than I wanted to. Picked one up. Probably not the most embarrassing, but I was quite high when I went to see Oppenheimer. During the nuclear test, when there was complete silence, I burst out laughing. It was uncontrollable, and everyone in the theater turned around to look at me at the back of the theater. It lasted a good half hour too. Just couldn't stop. Had some couple come up to me after the movie to tell me how I ruined their experience and I should be ashamed of myself. El Mafeo. I should add accidentally, high as I thought. When I heard someone in my relatives introducing me to their own relates whom I don't know while I was walking here and there and being the dump head, I went to them and pointed finger at myself and questioned them if they were speaking about me. Even till now I can't forget or remove the embarrassing scene from my brain. Cold face, cold face, cold face, cold face, cold face, cold face, dizzy face, expressionless face. TBH, Eve waved back at someone who wasn't waving at me and just kept going like I invented a new handshake ritual. I fell over and fell out of my flats. They just sat perfectly in line, then were kicked by people, so I had to chase each shoe down in the crowd. Lost my bikini bottoms at a public beach and only noticed when I was getting out of the water, and a friend asked why I wasn't wearing any. Had to do a quick walk of shame to my towel. Getting SMTH from my nose staying in traffic jam, and then realized that very attractive girl from the other car was watching it. Tripped on the stairs in college, and lost control on my fart that I held for many hours, Looked back, the teacher I had a crush on, already climbing the stairs with my whole class. Stood up, climbed the stairs, took other stairway down, and changed schools. Never went to that place again. Connected with her a few years later, she reminded me of the incident. We laughed, ended up dating for a few weeks. Grinning face, grinning face, grinning face. It's hard to decide. Was it walking out of a public restroom without checking that my dress wasn't caught up in my undies, or falling on top of a stranger when I tripped on an escalator?